They said, that's going to be about a 10-hour ride into camp. So we started off asking what the name of my horse was, just so I could maybe make friends before we took off. And
that's a good idea.
Yeah, Hell Bitch was her name.
Jesus.
Okay, is that a joke? He goes, nah, you'll be fine. I'm like, no, seriously, I was serious about wanting the horse that just is normal. And they all laughed, and I jumped on that horse, and as soon as I got on it, I was on a bucking horse spinning circles right there in the corral. Everyone's laughing.
My.
That night, we crossed a river that my horse sunk in the quicksand mud in. I got wet up to my armpits in the first hour of this trip because this horse gets stuck, and then he's screaming at me, don't let it stop. You got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. And I was trying like hell, but anyway. Anyway, we get into camp like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was a terrible ride. I'm exhausted and just beat up mentally. We hadn't even started this hunt yet. So we go out and we glass this flat the first morning. We spot what we thought was a pretty good size grizzly bear. Let's split the difference in distance and see what he looks like. We get down there where we think we're about 500 yards away. I'm going to pull a spot and scope out of the pack and try to look at him, And the guide is in front of me. He's a younger guy. He's like 22, 23 years old, and he screams, man, he's running. I thought he meant running away. So I just peek up over him because I was taller than he was, and I look, and this bear is running at us as fast as he can go. I'm talking, how Grizzly can close the distance in seconds.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
From 50 yards to 30 yards in 2.5 seconds maybe.
Yeah.
And I step up in front of him. He puts his hand in the middle of my back and shoves me forward and screaming, shoot him. It turns into this panic attack. And the bear sees me moving. He slams on his brakes and stands up on his hind legs. Adrenaline's pumping. Everybody's screaming, panicking. I look over. The guide hasn't even shouldered his rifle. He had been out in the mountains for the last 2 months and never took that lever gun out of his scabbard. And it was rusted shut. He could not chamber a round.